happening in the link. So nothing is, you have to complete the course. Automatically it is showing the, the things. Okay, this is the link, right? If you go here, you can see the list of, the videos will be there. If, for example, if I click on this particular video, there are some lot of subcategories will be there. Okay, you need to complete all the subcategories. Once you complete all the steps only, you are able to see the certification. Okay. So as of now, I didn't complete all the courses to earn the certificate. That's why it is pending. Here, Ma, have anyone completed this extra course certification for cloud computing or for Microsoft? I didn't receive any, single response from you. Whenever I've given to any college students, they will be, completing it. I can understand you are getting a lot of, things. Mm, yes, again, I can see some, Google Forms has been submitted. I really appreciate it. But what is the thing is, see, I am not able to uh, view the things. That is a problem. So it is not giving me access to view it. So request the access or switch to an account with access. So it is showing access denied. Yes, students, you have completed, Ma. Again, I'm saying, okay, again, I'm saying you have completed the extra course certification and the hacker rank also. But I'm not able to see it from my end. So it is asking for access, Google access. So while you're sharing the link, what you do is you just mention the link with access, full of, it should be access for everyone, not only a particular person. Clear? So make sure that you are doing it. And about these extra course certification, I request all of you to, once you complete, just get into the LinkedIn profile and share your, stories regarding this certification, regarding artificial intelligence and cloud computing certification. So how it is in the online platform. So just mention some core thoughts about that particular course certification. And then, okay, once you've done it, share, tag it in a LinkedIn. Tagged in LinkedIn. So with the names, I can say like EduNet Foundation and, Bharati Verma and myself. You need to tag three of them. Clear? Students, it should not be a one-way communication, ma. You can also unmute and talk. We required all the things. Why we are, instantly I'm saying you to do this, taking 10 minutes of time from our, portion completion. So this is mainly, we are focusing for placement. That is the reason we are instructing you to do it. There are a lot of opportunities are going to come up with cloud and IAI with a full stack web development, right? Please understand it. So whatever the link I'm trying to, I don't have an access. So request for access. For every link, it is going to be the same. I'm just giving my request. Please accept it so that I can see it from my end. Or else at least share me the screenshot, at least in the chat box itself. The Teams itself, you can share me the screenshot for LinkedIn. That is for Microsoft AI certification. LinkedIn, Microsoft certifications, both certification you can share it the screenshot in the Teams chat itself. And one more thing, hacker rank also. Can you do it, ma, now? So because I need a samples, I need to submit the sample. Can you share me in this Teams chat? Whoever is completed. I can accept that you have uploaded in the Google form. As of now, I cannot see anything from my end because we need to submit some details regarding this to the placement team. Entirely, it is we need to play, share all these content to the placement team. So they required these details for the placement purpose. Don't be silent, ma. Give me some response. Can you share it in the Teams chat? Now, yes or no? Can I get some thumbs up or say yes or no? Okay, thank you so much, ma. Who's that? Tonia. Tonia. Thank you, Tonia. So Java Bank. So Java Basics and this one is completed. So did you get any badge or just some particular task has been completed, right? Or you got the badges, Tonia? You get any basic badge? The bronze star, something like that. Tonia
Mm.
has shared. Yes.
Yes, madam. For Java, I got bronze, and for Python, I got gold.
Oh, super wonderful, ma. Okay, great. Can you share that image?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please. Thank you. Great, great work. Tejashwini, you also completed bronze. Okay, please share me the screenshot, ma. Whoever completed. So I will take some daily. I'm going to take some 5 to 10 minutes regarding this. If you quickly respond so that we can complete it faster, then we can start with our session. So today we will discuss about JavaScript. Okay, and the basics of JavaScript and how we can work with this, and some more interview questions. Everything we can discuss. jQuery is also there for your full stack web development. Yes, guys, quickly, please share me the screenshot. What about the remaining students? Oh, this is from Tejashwini, right? Continue preparation. Okay, fine. Tejashwini, one help. Okay, good. Really good work. Okay, what I need is just show your name in the top. Okay, just show your profile and your details. So that will be more helpful. Batches. Okay, fine. Great, great. And also Tejashwini, I think Tonia, you can also share this in LinkedIn, and you can tag the EduNet Foundation, Bharati Verma, and myself regarding this, bronze certificate. So about this experience with you. Okay, everyone, whoever is want to share, you can share it. Okay, and then so I have downloaded Tonica, and who else? Tanush. So this is for Danush. Great work, students. Really good. Try to do it daily on daily basis. Arun Kumar, good students. Okay, fine. So reminding students also, please share all your know, whatever you have done for this week. So the last big task everyone has to complete. Okay, that is mandatory. And what about the extra courses, ma? Do you still face anyone face any issue regarding this? But yesterday while I'm doing, I can understand there are, so let me share you. It is that. Okay. So in the yesterday while I'm doing that particular course, I can see that for each and every video there are many sub videos are there. Okay, if you complete that only you can move on to the next one. So please make sure that you are viewing all the content of that video properly. If not, then you won't get any certification. Okay, so do it properly, and finally you can see the assessment, and then the certification will be generated. Here, I think you guys will be having an assessment. So once you clear the assessment only, then and only you will get the certification from your end. Clear? Teja Veeram Reddy. Okay, fine. I hope you guys have understood this things, extra courses, and the hacker rankers, how much it is going to be helpful for you all. Okay, ma. So I think we can start with the today's session, hopefully. Okay. So today we are going to see about a front-end development using JavaScript. Second. Okay, fine. So let's see what are the difference about this HTML and CSS. HTML and CSS, I told you what are the different opportunities you will be getting while you are approaching for any kind of IT jobs, like the basic web development, static page creation. You can get a lot of job, and still, guys, you need to learn a lot of new things for this HTML and CSS. I request you all to go through some the other parts like CSS tricks, and you can get some challenges from CSS trick in the other a platform that is available for CSS. So you can execute your code on CodePen, and try to take the challenges from the online which is there in a different platform. Okay. So these are the, we have discussed a lot of things about HTML and CSS static page creation. So now today we are into the front end development using JavaScript. So what is this especially? So why we need to jump onto JavaScript? So that you may have some idea. So why we need to jump into JavaScript? So may I know what is the reason why we need to go to JavaScript? You guys may aware of Java. So what about JavaScript? May I know what is JavaScript? You can just give your input in the chat box. Okay, you're saying like it's a scripting language. Okay, fine. Okay, let's before knowing about the things, I just want to tell you what are the job opportunities we have, why we need to read this. Then and only you will be getting excitement, because you may think there are so much of there are a lot of transformations or developments we have. Then why we need to go to this JavaScript? So this JavaScript mainly for creating a dynamic web pages. That is our main target. The openings I can say, junior JavaScript developers, senior JavaScript developers. Okay, these are the opportunities you can get. And not only that, even if you know JavaScript, you can also work on with some different libraries. Okay, if you're good with your vanilla JavaScript and the advanced JavaScript. So here we, in the full stack web development, we have included two more libraries, especially for this JavaScript. So what is nothing but jQuery and React.js. Okay. So to make more dynamic, and we can also write a very simple code. That is the mainly reason. Make the functionality very concise and precise, so that we can go for this kind of libraries. Even you guys can create a libraries just knowing about this JavaScript. Okay. So this is entirely for front end development. Even this JS is used for the back end development, like the technologies like Node.js. So Node.js is based upon this JavaScript one. Okay, fine. So that is interesting. So how the interview questions will be, and how we can get the opportunities. Guys, for this one, two types are there. Okay, I can tell you two types. What are the two types? Once again. So one is either mm, so you can get an opportunity of, let's say, code byte JavaScript challenges. Okay. So the interviewer will ask you to do some task related to JavaScript. Uh, let me go to this challenges, developer challenges. Okay. Sorry. So let me click on easy first. Okay, first insertion. So begin a challenges. So this is for JavaScript. So the question will be here, everything will be given. Okay, like how the insertion is going to be, and the basic of the template, which is already given. But the main important thing is you need to write the logic inside this particular function. So that is the important task. Clear? So now the next, this is the basic of example you can practice if you want. If you think like I'm good in JavaScript, but if I make some flourish or make myself improve in this kind of challenges, then I can get a good job in this JavaScript platform. So this is for the for the beginner level. Okay, if you want to get a senior JavaScript level, but that really they are giving a very good package. I'm not talking about the only about Tech-Saksham program. I'm talking about the entire the candidate that expected from the HR side, the placement side is like they need good logical person. So this is a basic level, and the advanced level is like something. The page will be they will give you some task. Example, let's say guys have to this the candidate have to create some front end page. Let's say example, the person is some user want to search the monsoon or the climate changes of particular place. Example, let's take some scenario. So I'm working in one particular place, and I want to go somewhere else for my offline session. Then what happens? I need to check the climate condition. Then what will be the next step I can take? I will just check with the online website, right? Like any kind of third party application, the API, it will fetch the details of the satellite information will be fetched. The satellite information directly we cannot get it. So that will be given to the third party. So they might ask you to create a page with a search. Better, I can do it here. Go to the PPT. Okay, they may ask you to so let's take, this is my web page. Okay, this is my web page. They will ask you to create one search bar like this. So here you need to search some location, and here you may have some submit button or search button. Okay, this is my search button. If the user is user is selecting on this button, automatically it should show some place. Example, I'm typing Andhra Pradesh. Okay, Andhra Pradesh. And if I once I type this, then quickly I will select the search button. Then what will be the result? Some climate condition should be displayed here. Like so this is the degrees Celsius which is there, and it's going to be summer or whatever. So the information will be displayed. So how we can achieve this? First thing is, if this is the question which is asked for you, then first point is you need to create a front end page. Okay. So using what? Just using a HTML and CSS. I'm just giving an example. This is not only the case. Okay, you will be having a more example just for an illustration. I'm just telling you. Okay, and the second point will be, once I create this HTML and CSS page, the second will be I need to fetch the API key. Using what? So this is going to be my third party app. So let's say I'll show you the third party app. So this fetching API is done using what? Using JS. So if you are attending for some senior level of JavaScript developer interview, then you may get these kind of help. So the fetching the API is a task. So how can we do that? Let's say I'm trying to open open API. Sorry, whether open API, whether open API. So if you go to this particular thing, once I get sign in, I will be getting one key. Using that key, I can fetch the details of the weathers. Okay. So this is the one third party app which has the detail of the climate and the other things. Clear, ma? So these are the opportunities you will be getting. Okay, for sure. So just try to practice more example on this. Okay. So now next part is, so in this JavaScript, what are the basic objective? What are the things we will learn? So types of JSS console, and what is document object model, objects and nodes, handling DOM using JavaScript, JavaScript events, animations, cookies, and session. So this is not only the thing. Advanced JS like auto triple operator, okay, and for of map objects, set object, promises, JavaScript models, jQuery, Ajax, JSON. Okay, These are the advanced topics we'll be learning. Okay, and previously that is going to be the basics of vanilla, we can say vanilla JavaScript. So this is called as a vanilla JavaScript. Yep. Now we are getting into the first slide of this JavaScript, real-time example. Take a search engine for an example. Today, a search engines almost all have the auto-complete function. The user begins typing a word into the search box. A list of possible search items or phrases appears below. Exactly, right? While you are typing something on a search bar, let's say on a Google. So it is suggesting something, some terms or phrases, appears below. The experience is seamless. Suggested search items appears without reloading. That is very, very important. So without reloading, it is updating. In the background, JavaScript leaves a letter as a user types, sends those letters to remote server, and the server sends the suggestions back. Okay, so this particular task is happening at the back end, but we doesn't know it, right? So JavaScript will read the letters as a user types, whatever the user is typing, it will read and sends those letters to the remote server, and the server sends the suggestions back. A software on the server side analyzes the word and runs the algorithm to anticipate the user's search term. JavaScript on the client side machine is simple and small as possible, so not to slow down the user's interaction. Okay. So the client mission is as simple and small as possible. So this is one image. From this, you can clearly understand how it is going to perform. Some user, one of the users, just selecting on the link or the button, automatically some pop-up is, showing up, some notification, some dialog box is appearing. So this is a dynamic thing. Clear? So JavaScript is a scripting language. Can you tell me whether it is a client scripting language or is it going to be a server side scripting language? So, so is it a server side scripting language or client side scripting language? Exactly, Sunil. So it is going to be the client side scripting languages. Okay, this JavaScript. And what are the server side scripting languages? Why it is called as a server side scripting language? And this is going to be a client side scripting language. Let's see. Okay. So first is client scripting language. So this is my form. Okay. I have one submit button. In a client side scripting language, if example, I have one input field. Okay. And something is there. First, something the user is typing it wrong, then automatically the pop-up message will come. So you done wrong and some alert messages, which is only for the user, only for the client side. Okay. But when you go to the server side scripting, this is entirely for the server side. Okay. So what happened here, whatever you're submitting data, so that will get stored on place. Example, some .php file or we can say .jsp file, something like that, some server side scripting. So once it is stored, then the details will be fetched from the server side and it given back to the client side. So this process will be happened using what? This, server side scripting. So what are the, initial things we can see? It creates the elements for improving the site visitors' interactions with the web pages, such as drop-down menu, animated graphics, and dynamic background colors. how does a JavaScript work? And I already told you, if any question is asked to you, you just take some, 2 minutes or 2.5 minutes to, tell your answers regarding what is JavaScript and how does it work, what are the advantages, disadvantages, and you can compare with Java also. So how does JavaScript works? Java is what is known as a client-side script. Most web applications such as search engine and works because of interactions between the user device. Example, computer, phone and tablet and remote server. Softwares on a remote servers sends informations to the client. Okay, the software on a remote server sends the information to the client, and the software on the client side reads the information and renders a web page on the screen. So what are the process here? So software which is on the remote server, so that is going to send the information to the client. Okay. And then later on, the software on the client side reads the information and renders the web page on the screen. So how to use JavaScript? So these and all we need to execute it. Let's execute the things. 1 minute, students. For JavaScript also, I'm going to use the same Visual Studio Code. So let me take the index.html page. Okay. So what is the basic template? We are just doing it. And here we using some three ways we can import it. One is inline JavaScript, the other one is internal, and the third one is external JavaScript. Inline JavaScript means, if example, I have a button element on the same itself, I'm giving on click and just giving the whatever the functionality which is given on the same line itself. That is going to be inline JavaScript. Internal means so this will be the internal JavaScript will be given inside the JavaScript element. And what is called external JavaScript? This is also done using a script element, but here you need to mention the source file name. Okay. So let's take this example, JavaScript. We are going to see about JavaScript, how to apply a JavaScript. Okay. Here we can import JavaScript in a three ways, right? So first, the better way, the recommended way is whenever you are adding the things, please add it in the body element and mention src. What is the file names? Example, script file name, I mentioned it as script.js file. So let it be. Okay, let me remove this. So now example, let me create something else. So this is my template. Okay. Here I'm just writing the some scripts. Variable a is equals to 10. Okay, so variable is a keyword, a is a variable name, that is identifier, and 10 is a value. If we want to print this value, how we can print it? Anyone knows? How we can print this value in JavaScript? Any guesses?
Using console.
Console method.
Document.write, right? So here we need to use document.write. So what is this document and write? Document means it's an object. Okay, example, in JavaScript, we have two things. One is Windows and the document. Um, let's take the browser. Okay, so this is a doc that is Windows. Windows in the sense something is going to uh, execute or manipulate above this frame. No, it's not inside the viewport, it's above the viewport. Then that is going to be what? That is called as a Windows object, Windows properties we can say. But whatever the execution that is going to be respond within a viewport, that is called as a document. Clear? So now where I want to print the value, I want to print the value inside the viewport. So obviously I'll be going with a document. And then there in a document, there are multiple, methods we use for the different purposes. So as of now, our, target or constraint to print the, whatever the value we have. So let's say I'm just giving A as my value. Okay. And let's load this. You can see the value has been printed here. Clear? If example, I want to print or I want to find whether there is any error or to debug. Okay, to debug what I can do. So debugging is possible using the console log. So what is this console log? Let me do the thing. Okay, actually, here I'm adding a variable E. Okay, let's go and right click, go to the inspect element. So now you can see the console. In the console, you can see the output as a 10. So this is the one way of printing the value using an external, JavaScript file. Or either you can give it inside this. Let me comment this. Okay, here also you can do it. You can give it either. Okay, sorry, students. Okay, so now in this one, inside the script element, I'm going to give the same thing. Let's say A is equals to 10. In the external file, I have commented all the codes which I have written in the script.js. So now I'm trying to print it here. Document dot write method. Let's say A. If I run this again, I will get the same output. Okay. So what happened? 404 error. Let me remove this. So what is the error? 404. I don't know why. Okay. So here also we are getting the same 10. So the another approach we can say, let me copy and paste it inside the head element. So that also the same thing. But a recommended one is mostly go with the body element. Don't go with the head element. With the, just to import a JavaScript code, mostly avoid to go with head elements. Clear? So these are the three, different way we can import. So now I'm going to ask you some simple interview questions. Okay, because these are the very basic interview questions that you guys have to know. Okay, that's why I'm asking you. Everyone has to respond. So these are basic logical questions. Okay, so here, in JavaScript, we have different keywords. Okay, let's say variable a is equal to 10. Clear? And then I'm trying to give variable a is equals to 11. So this is called as what? Redeclaration. Am I right? This is called as a redeclaration. And the next is a is equal to 20. This is a reassignment. Clear? The next, I'm just printing the value. Sorry, document dot write. So what will be the output, ma? Okay, what will be the output and why? Can you tell me what will be the output for this one? So this is a redeclaration and reassignment. So this is not only in JavaScript. In many programming languages, we used to follow this, right? So can you tell me which is the output? It is asked in the interview for the students. Please try once. For redeclaration, it is the error because the variable is already declared. And for reassignment, it's 20. Okay, Sunil, I got only one answer. What about the remaining students? Actually, ma, the redeclaration is also possible in variable keyword. Okay, just understand. For variable keyword, redeclaration and reassignment. So both is possible in the what? In the variable keyword. Let's see the output. If I remove this reassignment also, what happens? I will get the output of 11. So reassignment is also possible. Okay. So in a variable keyword, both redeclaration and reassignment is possible. We have another key that is called as a let key. So let keyword we can just try. I'm trying to change let a is equal to 10 and let a is equal to 11. So now what will be the output? Quickly, I need your response, students, because it is a vast portion, so we need to complete. So better, I think I can tell this answer. So you will not get any output. Just go to the inspect and check. You can see redeclaration of let is not possible. Okay, let is not possible. If suppose I'm trying to redeclare this, so reassign this. Now, 1 minute. Always this Firefox will show some error. Okay, you can see the output. So for let keyword, reassignments possible with reassignment, but not redeclaration. But can't work with redeclaration part. Okay, that's all. So the next is and variable is done, let is done. Then finally we have const. So from the name itself, you can identify both will not be possible. Okay, redeclaration and the this one. What is reassignment? So both will not be possible. So you will be getting an error. Okay, so both won't be possible with this const keyword. Clear? So that's all. So this is a basic interview questions. You'll be getting it from while you are attending for the JavaScript interview. So next we can go on with data types. What are the different data types we have in JavaScript? So anyone knows what are the different data types we have in JavaScript? Is it everyone is new to JavaScript or you have some knowledge? That first I want to know. Okay, ma, again, this is also an important question. Let me tell you. Okay, so let's see. I have a variable keyword. I've defined a. Okay, and I'm trying to print it. Document, or let's say I can do it in the another way. Document dot write off. So I want to know what is the data type for particular value. So let me give some string. So type of method is nothing but to find the a value or sorry, not a value, find the data type of particular particular sorry, to find the output of particular data types. Let's say I'm giving some number. Okay, and let me copy this. Here I change it to string. True. And then yay. So now you guys want to tell me the answers for this one. This is very compulsory interview questions, ma. Okay, you have to tell me the answer. The next one is I want to add up here is a plus 11. And then one more. So now can you tell me the answer for these questions? So type of is nothing but it gives you the data type. Okay, for this one, what will be the data type? For the first one, number. Okay, what is for the second one data type? String. Great. And for third one, this one, Boolean. Wonderful. Next for this one, type of A. Type of A. No. So this is going to be one data type. I'll tell you. Okay. So this is, yes, exactly, Sai Ganesh. You're right. So it is undefined because I didn't define any value for this variable. Clear? So that's why it is the data type it is called as undefined. And what will be the value for? Yes, great, Tejashwini. And Sunil also tried. Good. So A plus 11, what would be the output for this one? So what would be the output for this one? A plus 11. One minute, guys. Okay, Sunil Ganesh, A for A plus 1 and A minus 1 is undefined. No. Yes. Okay, I'm sorry. No, no, no. I was mistaken. So let me add string here. So this is my string. This is not my variable. So now you can tell me for this one. This is going to be a string plus value. Then what is the output? So we'll be getting A plus 11. For A minus 11, come on guys, try. For A minus 1, what will be the output? Okay, good. Tejaswini, it is going to be A 11. And this one, A minus 11. You just try. So let me add one. Okay, so number, string, not type of. Okay. So see here, for the first one, it is going to be a number. So number is displayed. Second one, this is a string. So string is displayed. And true or false, whatever. If you give true or false, whatever, the value is going to be similar, Boolean value. And for A, it is undefined. We don't have, we didn't mention any value in this place. So it is undefined. And this is going to be a string. And finally, A minus 11, that is none, not a number. If I use asterisk, also the same scenario. But if I use plus, it will work. Okay, but in case of any other operator apart from the plus, then that going to be considered as a not a number. NaN means what? Not a number. Clear? So why this is called as a not a number? But even if I mention with plus, it works fine. Why is it? Because the plus symbol is a concatenation symbol in JavaScript. So that is to concatenate both. Example, we can take A and B, we can concatenate. Okay, for that purpose, we are using it. Okay. So that is the only reason it is accepted. The other things will not be accepted. Clear? So these are the some important data types we need to discuss because these are mostly, as an interview point of view. Okay, now we can move on to the slide. So now we know how to apply different JavaScript on slides. So these are the different data types. You can see the keyword, variable, and let and const. So the scope you can see it is for global and block. That is global and local. Get and the const is for block. So what is block? Example, if I have a for loop within the curly brace, okay? So this portion is called as what? This portion is called as a block. Okay. And declaration and reassignment, whether it is possible or not. A variable, we can do it. A let, we cannot go with redeclaration, but we can do the reassignment. But constants, both the thing is not possible. And what is called hoisting? Can anyone knows? This is also asked in the interview sometimes. Sometimes they will be asking. Hoisting in JavaScript. Okay, so example, let's say variable and the function declarations. It's moved to the top of their containing scope during the compilation phase. This allows you to use a variable functions before they declared in the code. For example, I've given console.log and my variable. Let's see, I can show you a simple example for hoisting. I'm sorry. So in hoisting, if you see a console.log and I'm giving a variable A. Okay. So here in this situation, I didn't define any kind of a value to this variable. So what I'm doing is console.log a, okay, and later I'm just trying to declare the value. So this is because the code is hoisted as if it is written in like this. So variable and the things. Okay. So this is called as a hoisting. So similarly, in a function declaration or also hoisted. So how we can do it for function declarations hoisting? So this is for normal variable. And for function. So function, let's say hello is my output. Okay, this should be called. and I'm creating a function called say hello. And the console, I try to print some values like this, something else. So this is hoisted as if it were written like this. Example function say hello or console log. So finally this will be converted like what? Automatically this will be converted to the normal session. So this is called as a hoisting. So that can be possible with a variable, but we cannot do it with a let or the const keyword. Okay. So these are the different data types. We know about string, we know about number, Boolean, undefined. So other things we can understand. So big integer, and an integer with the arbitrary precision. Okay. So there should be some precision for big integer. So what is big integer in JavaScript? So let's say if I want to print some more, this actually this has been implemented, added in ECMAScript 2020. Okay, to address the limitation of number types, which has a maximum safe integer value. Let's say let a is equals to some 42, the value. And again, I'm creating a let big number. That is a big integer. I'm giving a value like 900,719 and 925,4740,991 n. Okay. So at last you need to add n. So n is a suffix, indicating the big integer. You need to add it. You must add it. 3, 6, and then 9, 12, 12 plus 3, 15, 16. So totally 16 numbers we have given. Okay. And if I try to print this in a console.log of A, and then console.log of big number. So if you want to find the type of, you can just give type of the value. Let's get into the console. First one is a number and the second one is in a big integer. Clear? So you can also even perform the arithmetic operation. So let's say I can copy this, paste it here. I'm trying to add these two values with a suffix of n. We can add it big number plus big number. Okay, it is calculating the value. That's all. But this is a basic info of this big integer. So now we know this as well. Now we can move on to the null. So denotes a null value. So what is this null value? So basically, so what is this null value? So null data type. No idea? Sorry, I didn't see the chat box. So what is null data type, ma? So here you can see denotes a null value. So let's say this scenarios can be happen sometime. If I don't know the exact value of the user information, then later what happened, we'll be just giving a null value. Later it can be changed. It is not entirely, we should not predict that we are not going to change the value forever. That value is going to change later sometime. Okay. So for that purpose, we can denote this null value and symbol. Symbol means whose instance are unique and immutable. It is not going to change. Okay. So the symbol data type, it is, we cannot change any values here. Once you have given some values, sorry, one second. Is it coming in? Symbol means you cannot define it for a two times. Let's say, um, so you can take any example of the symbol notation. Okay, I previously showcased some example for the students. Let me show the same thing with you for this, data type. Let me remove all this. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm creating a const keyword value 1 symbol hello. And then again I'm creating a const. Give me 1 minute, student. Some noises. Okay. The const value 2. So symbol, same thing. I'm just trying to give the same value again in this different variable name, but the different variable name. So let's try to compare both these things. So value 1 equals to, I'm using a triple equals to. What is triple equals to? It is going to be considered as a strict operator. Okay. So if you go and check the output, again, see it is false because the data type that is for both, it contains a same descriptions, but they are different. They both are is going to be a different one. Clear? So that is about this one. What is this symbol? Next, we can go with object. So what is object? Object means key value pairs of collection of data. So let's see this. Actually, this will be similar like a JSON format. So we can create an object. You can use whatever the keyword you need. Okay, I'm going to use. I'm going to write here with a let keyword. So A is equals to. So the within the curly brace you will be mentioning a values. Clear? The objects will be in a two format, that is key and the value. Key is a colon okay students here. This is my let's say uh, I'm going to take information about Teja. So Teja is a student. So I'm giving a Teja as a name of a student. And next is, let's say he is working in an organization. So designation is, I'm mentioning as a software developer. Next to this, and then a package, and I'm giving like 1 lakh. Okay, so 1 lakh rupee. So this is the information we have included. So next to this document dot write, I want to get the details of it. Teja dot name. Teja dot name. So if you give this, what will be the output? So the Teja name will be printed. If suppose I want to get the value of, so you here you can see I have mentioned a dot in between the value and the key. Sorry, the object and the key. This is called as an object, and dot name is a key. You can also mention this, or you can go with I can also give within a square brackets. Yeah, that's all very simple. If I try to fetch the designation of Teja, then I can see software developer. So like this, we can fetch the details using a object. Clear, everyone? And even you can also give multiple objects inside this package. You can also create multiple keys between this. Okay, so object is done. So now these are the explanations of it. Okay, what you can understand about this, just go through it. And JS console also we know. Now we can understand about JS dialog boxes. JS dialog boxes or a kind of pop-up notification. This kind of informative functionality is used to show the whether the program a success or failure or any particular important notifications to the user. Okay, three kinds of dialog boxes: alert, prompt, and confirm. Alert box. Alert means we need to get some alert messages. How we can do it? Let's understand. First, we'll see what are the three different. One is confirmation box, and the another one is prompt box. Okay, three different dialog boxes. Sorry. Okay, so dialog boxes. The first one is alerts, and then confirm box. And third one is prompt. Okay, so very simple example we can go through. So first we need to write create some button. Okay, let me create one button. Type is equals to button. Let me give alert message. If you want to add some styles or whatever, you can add it here also. Okay, let me add some background color. And you can also add some color and font size, whatever you need. I'm giving whites, font size 30 pixel. So button I have created. So here I have one button. Okay, let me reduce the size. You can see. So this is a button, alert message button. And also you can add whatever the additional things. Example, you can give box shadow, the horizontal and vertical, and then the blur values, 10 pixels, and what the color you want. Let's say I need blue violet color. Okay, at the at the background you can see some color has been included. Okay, and then if suppose you need to implement some text shadow color, that also we can do 0, 0 and 10 pixel. Let me give it as 6 pixel color yellow. So it has been applied. I can also add one more color. Okay, so let me zoom in. Okay, so both the color has been applied in the alert box. So it's just a box now. So that is button. So the next step is if I click on that button, some functionality should be happened. So what is the functionality? That is I need the that particular button should display an output. What it is? Function. Let's say A of alerts. Please complete all your task, all your last week task. Okay, I'm just giving this alert message. Okay, there are two things. Okay, so one is my JavaScript and the another one is button. So how we can implement it? We should add it. So the event we need to include. So event is click event. I'm going to click the button. And what is the function name? A of. So now if you refresh, if you click on this button, sorry, on click. I'm sorry. On click. If you click on the button, you can see please complete all your last week task. So this is the alert message and just I'll be showing it on this clear. So next is what is the next one? Confirmation box. Confirmation box is very simple. Instead of this, I'm just giving confirm. Okay, and let me change this one to have you all completed your last week task. So I'm just asking the question now. So now if you refresh, if I click on this button, you can see, have you all completed all your task, the last week task? Either you can go and select OK or you need to select on cancel. Clear? So if we click on OK, that's it. So this is the confirmation box. And what is the prompt box? So prompt box is nothing but, so you need to give some input or we has to get. So for this, prompt message, it will ask the user to give the input. Then a prompt method. So here I can give ask how many task has been completed. So if I refresh, if I select this, you can see it is asking for the input. Let me give my 5 task is completed. Click on OK. That's it. So these are the different, dialog boxes. We'll be using it. As of now, everyone is clear. Can I get some response from you students? Because I've keep on taking the session. I just want to confirm. Have you guys understood till this? Yes or no? Okay, I got a response from Lakshmi. What about the remaining students? Okay, thank you, Sai Ganesh. Okay, I think we can proceed. The remaining students are really very tired, I think. You're not even responding. But okay, not a problem. If you understand, that's fine. If not, please, what are the questions? It's in your mind, you can ask me. Now, we'll move on to the PPT. So JavaScript operators. So this is also important because the manipulations, whatever you do in a real time, example, we can take any, banking website. There, you'll get some, logics kind of thing to have some operator in between. And that is why we have included this JS operator. Let's see, assignment, arithmetic, comparison, and logical, bitwise, string operator, and other operators also there. Let's see, in a single example, we have given the all the things. Let's say for addition. So addition is going to be so x plus y. So what is the value? And x minus y. This we these are the basic things. X plus y when x minus y and x into y and x divided by y and x modulo. Modulo means the remainder value. And what is called as plus plus x, x plus plus, and minus. And this is a exponentation, and this is exponential. We can say to get the exponential value. Example, 2 to the power of 3 means it's going to be what? It's going to be some around 8. 2 into 2 into 2. Okay. So to achieve this in JavaScript, so we'll be using a 2 for exponential. We'll get asterisk and 3. Clear? An equal operator. We will check whether the operators, whether the given content is going to be equal or not. Not equal. And strict equal operator. And not strict equal operator, logical and logical or, logical not, and concatenation operator. So let's see one by one. Sure. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and modulus, and then we have something called as post increment or pre-increment, decrement. Okay, you can see about this. These are the basic things. And the exponential, strict operator, and logical, or and operator. Yeah, that's all. So now we can create the things. How we can print the value? Variable, so it is not. Okay, fine. So now I'm just giving a value called variable a is equals to some value, or we can go directly document dot write off some, whatever the value is 11 plus 12. This is addition, right? Addition value. Let me copy this multiple time. And let's consider 25. So subtraction, multiplication, division, and then modulo. Okay. So go to the file is not showing the output. Use document dot write off. We are. Okay. So this is the output. So here we don't have reminder. Divided as this one. Clear? Next is strict operator. So now you guys have to tell me the output. Document dot write off, 2 triple equals to 2. So what is the output for this one? What is going to be the output for this last line? So this is good. Sunil and Rahit. This is going to be what? False. Okay, why it is false? This is just a number and this is going to be a string. So if you use double equals to, that only check the values, whether both are equal or not. But when it comes to a strictly operator, then it will check the operator, that is data type as well. Clear? So next is, now you guys have to tell me this one. Is this, let's say, I have 12, or we can consider this. Okay. Let me take the value. Variable is equal to a is equal to 20 is my value. So now I am incrementing it as post increment. So these are the very basic interview question. You guys have to answer this. Okay. And then I'm using I'm just printing the value of A. Later to that, post increment. So now can you tell me the output, students? From starting from this to this. A plus plus, you can see the value also. A value was 20. Okay, if it is the A value was 20, 20, 21, and 22. Great. Good, Ganesh and Sunil. So it is going to be what? 20, 21, and 22. Then again, what about the other students? Others are so silent. I don't know whether guys are getting or not. Hmm. So here the same example we can take for the decrement. Okay, A decrement, this one decrement. So now, so what will be the outputs for this one? Okay, let me do one thing. Let me skip this point now, as of now. So now tell me, what is the value? So if it is A is 20. A is 20, 19, and 18. Okay, fine. So 20, 19, and 18. Great. So this is a basic interview question that you want to know. So that's why we have discussed. And the logical operator. So logical operator means document dot write off. Logical means, let's say, I have two conditions. Let me consider 11 is greater than 12. I'm using ampersand, ampersand. Okay, 11 greater than 12. So just tell me, this is a AND operator. The next one is going to be a OR operator. So what would be the output? So what would be the output for the first? Okay, good answer. The first one is going to be false and the second one is going to be true. Why? Because for the AND operator, this, 11 greater than 12 means false. The statement is false. The second condition is, again, this second condition is true. An AND operator, if there is one true and one false, obviously the output is going to be false. Both should be true in AND operator. But when it comes to an OR operator, either one can be true, then the output is going to be true as well. Yep. That's very simple. So now we know how to use operators. So now let's jump into control statements. What are the different types of control statements in JavaScript? What does this first? The control statements are intended to allow the users to write a scripts that determines which lines of code get evaluated and how many times they get evaluated. So control statements are classified into two types. So one is called as conditional statement. The another one is called as a iterative statement. Conditional statement in the sense, these are the one that makes a decision. There is an expression that gets passed and then conditional statements decide on it. It is either yes or no. Let's consider the conditional statement, a for loop. Okay. It is to print the value. There are, two examples we have. So one, two, this is the output of the first one. For loop, and we just mentioned the value, and if it is greater than 0, the number value is greater than 0, and we are decrementing one by one. Then there is some condition we can mention. If number is equal to 4, then it will stop. Otherwise, it will show the output. And in this example, also the same thing. It is for divisible by 4, 5 or or not. Okay, let's see the control statement example. So within an iterative, we are going to include control statement. So I'm writing a for loop. Let's say variable a is equals to 10. And then a is greater than or equals to 0. And a decrement. Yeah. The next step is I'm using one if condition. If my a is equals to some 3, then it will continue. Continue is a keyword. It will just skip that particular value alone, then it will continue. Okay. And then I'm using a else statement. So if it is not that case, then my output will print it. So num of a. Okay, so let's see the output. You can see only 3 alone. Decrease it. Here you can see in between the 3 alone has been skipped. If I change this to break, then break means after 3, that inside the for loop, we have mentioned the if condition like a is equal to 3. If it is going to be equalized to 3, then the loop get terminated. Okay. And if example, if you're trying to find the even numbers, how we can find the even number, students? Can you give me the code or logic how to find a even number and the odd number? Because actually this JavaScript is a vast portion, so we need to complete as soon as possible so that we can work, we can dedicate more time on other topics. Mhm. Okay, fine. So let's say the for loop, I can print, I want to just print the value of this one, that is alternate values. Or you can get the input from the user also. To get the input from the user, you will be using a prompt method, right? To check whether it is going to be even or odd. So, or else you can directly give it. So let's say I'm giving the if condition. So, okay, we can go with the for loop itself. For loop, I is equal to 0 and I is less than or equal to 10. And I increment. So this is my for loop. So I1, I is less than or equal to 10 and I increment. In between, I'm writing one condition, control statement. If my I is, equals to, or, well, if it is going to be divisible by 2, okay, if it is going to be divisible by 2, then it is going to be what? It will print the value document.write of the even number. That's going to be my even number. Else, else, um, we can just print the even number alone. It's loading. Please wait. Students, 1 minute, ma. Sorry, students, I have made some simple mistake. I got called, that's why I went. Okay. Given it, okay. So I have mentioned like if I give this value, that is modulo 2, okay, if the divisible value is going to be, the remainder value is going to be 0, then obviously that is a even number. Okay, that is going to be what? It's an even number. So now we can, I don't know why it is not working. You can see the values. Let me add. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. So now one more task for you. How we can add all these value together? I want even sum number, sum of even number. How we can perform that? How to sum the even number? Sum, sum of even number. How we can add the sum of even numbers? So that is a simple task. Same thing, but there is only a simple change. So let's say, so you just tell me. So is my any guesses, students, how to add all these sum numbers? So that is even numbers. So nothing but very simple. Just create one sum as equals to 0. Okay. And after checking this value, you can multiply all, that is add all this value means it's sum. So sum plus I. That's it. And later on you can print the value after this for loop. Dot right off. That's it. So now we can see the value, total value is going to be 30. Clear? So the next is the iterative statements. This is also same about the for loop. So let's keep this. Now we can move on to the JavaScript object. So object, the basic things, the keyword and the object name, key name and the value, key name and the value. To fetch the details, what we need to provide, we need to give the object to fetch any particular key value. Object dot name or key. Object dot key. Clear? So this is how the things will be. JavaScript object declaration and accessing the object properties. So either you can go with using a dot notation or you can using a bracket notation. You can go either with the dot or bracket notation that we have discussed already. So let's move on to the JavaScript functions. So what is JavaScript function? So it's a set of statement that takes the input, do some specific computation and provide the output. The idea is to put some commonly or repeatedly done tasks together and make a function so that instead of writing the same code and again for the different inputs, we can call that function. Okay, we can easily call that function. So this is a basic example. Function keyword, function name and the parameter value, and we can return what is the value is going to be. Okay, so let's see. First, I want to tell you what are the different function we have included. Arrow function, function parameters, calling the functions, written statements, anonymous function, nested function. So these are the functions mandatorily we should understand. So basic example is, let's see, here in the body element, I need my output to be printed. In the script, we have given this one. There is function name and what are the parameters I need. So this is not just an addition purpose. Finally, I need to return the value. To give an input later on, I'm just calling this function here to manipulate the things. Okay. At last, we can print the values. How we can print it? Document. This is a JavaScript code. Okay. Document.get element ID. Element ID means this ID. I want to print the value in this place, in this paragraph. That's why we have given dot inner HTML equals to result. Inner HTML is to update the data values. So let's see how we can do this simple example. So here I'm just adding one paragraph. That is, I'm sorry, and the body element. I want my content to be printed here. So you can give whatever the element you want. Paragraph ID, let's say A, and my content should be displayed in this heading element. Later in functionality, so function, I want to do the addition. Let's say add of the parameters B, comma, C is my parameter name. Or we can add the values. I need to return it. Here I'm not doing any mathematical operation. So better I'm returning the value like B plus C. The value is going to return this way. So here the variable is D is equals to what is the function name? Add. In this place, we need to mention two values, 10, 20. And later on, document dot get element by ID. Where exactly it needs to display it? in the A value. So ID is A dot inner HTML is equals to D. Let's see the output. Here you can see the output is going to be what? 30. Like this, you can change the manipulation and check. Okay. So this is the finally we are printing the value using a get element ID, and inner HTML is to update the values. So that's why we are using this property. And when we need to update it in the D. The D only we are just updating the values. Clear? And then this is the basic function expression. And next is called as the arrow function. So arrow function, how we can perform. So without giving any kind of function name, or let's see how we can perform this. And we first, before that, we can see the basic intro. It is one of the most used and efficient method to create a function in JavaScript because of its comparatively easy implementation. It is simplified as well as more compact version of regular and normal function expression or a syntax. When you move on to React JS, okay, or any kind of advanced JavaScript, mostly we'll be using this arrow function. Okay, that's why we have included this particular topic here. So let us a keyword and the function name and whatever the argument you can give it, an arrow mark in the expression. Here, in the previous example, what we did, we have given the variable name, right? That is a function name later on, but directly here we can give a function name and what functionality that is the argument you're going to provide. So equals to argument, arrow function, and then return value. Clear? Let's see this. Same thing as previously, but here let me create and the function name is going to be a square is equals to argument. Argument you can give whatever the name you want. I want to square it, right? So A into A. So instead of writing return and the variable and keyword, directly you can use it and let the result, what is the result? The square of A, or you can give a values here. So I'm just giving 10. Later on, to print a value, get element by ID. So this method, this is especially like, camel case format. And this, inside this, I'm giving the ID name is A dot inner HTML is equals to the result value. Result should be printed. So what is the value? 10 into 10, it's going to be 100. Okay. So now what was the next function? Function parameters. What is this function parameters? Parameters are, additional information, which we already, discussed. But we'll see one, simple example of, how we can do with this. Second. A function in JavaScript can have a number of parameters at the same time. A function in JavaScript cannot have, have a single parameter is also possible. They can have or they don't have anything. Okay. That is the nature of this thing. So now you can jump into a simple example of this a function parameter. Let's say, so first we can create a function. Okay, the function is going to be A, or we can give a name, Sunil. is a name. The function name, I'm just given a name. So I need a name and the last name of a person. Okay, or we can give it a student, function student. Inside this, inside the block, we need to write a alert message just to print the value. Let's say hello. First name is the name plus and the last name. Clear? And later to this, after completing this block, we need to call the method by some giving some value. Let's say I'm just giving the value like Sunil. Uh, Sunil Ganesh. And student, again, I can give multiple values. Sai Ganesh. Here you can see hello Sunil Ganesh, and if I click on OK, wait a minute. Sunil Ganesh and Sai Ganesh is printing. You give some space here. Hello Sunil Ganesh and hello Sai Ganesh. Okay. So like this, you can add multiple, parameters value inside this. Clear? Or the functional parameter value. So next is going to be calling the function. This is we already know. This is very simple, but we'll just see about the definition. After defining a function, the next step is to call them to make use of the function. If you use this here at the top, that is called as hoisting. Okay. We can call a function by using a function name separated by the value of parameters enclosed between the parenthesis and a semicolon at the end. Written statement. So written also we already discussed about this. Written 10. Anonymous. So is we didn't discuss about this. So let's see. What is the anonymous function? So just we get an idea like what is this anonymous function? We'll see the definition of this anonymous function. And then later we can see the example. So anonymous function. Which are the functions without a name? Anonymous functions are often used as an argument to the other function, and anonymous functions are typically used in functional programming. Example, callback function, creating a closure, and immediately invoked function expression. Okay, so this is a paragraph to display the output. Here in the let numbers, we are just given an input of some numbers, and then I need to make a square of each and every numbers. Okay. So that is let, and we have given the square numbers. And then what is the variable we have used here that will be included, and map functionality. It is an advanced concept of so map a function number of and then returns number into number. 1 minute, students. Okay, ma. Yes. So this is a map method. So inside this, we are just mentioning a function, but there is no function name. Okay, it is called as an anonymous function. Next to it, there is a argument name has been mentioned. Okay, so this is a simple example for the anonymous, and this is a nested function. Here you can see there is two function has been included. Function say hello and the show messages. Yeah, this real time. Definitely will be going with the two functions. Am I right? So let's see one example for both the things. Then we'll jump into a document object model. As we can see multiple, that is nested method, nested function. First, I can create one function. Let's say show a message. Better go with the camel case whenever you are using a function name. So first name and then function keyword, say hello. Inside this, let me provide hello. First name should be printed here. And after this, it should return the say hello function. And finally, show message. So in a show message, here in this place only, I will provide the value of this particular first name. Let's take, I'll give a name, Tejashwini. Then let me run this again. I made any mistake. So function keyword show message first name and then function say hello alert first name. Okay, I'm sorry, I need to use this. So now it works, I guess. So actually, this is case sensitive, ma. That's why here I have given capital S, small s, and but the real function name is entirely it is going to be the Pascal case. That is why it was not showing output previously. So now it is working. Okay, this is a example for nested function. So and then next we can see the example for anonymous function. First, I can create one H1 and the ID something A. Okay. So I want to print the value here. Later to this, I'll give some set of values. B is equal to 1, or we can take it like 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, these are the set of values. I need to square it. So let square is my variable name. And then I'm using this, whatever the data contain, we are just fetching it using a B. B dot map of a function or the function of a B. Or you can, sorry, here you need to give some argument name. I'm just giving us B. Okay. And then inside this, so here I didn't mention any function name. So let's return B into B. So finally, we can print the output. Document dot get element by ID of the value. So what is the ID value? It's going to be A dot inner HTML is equals to the return value is what? V. That is, I'm sorry. Here we need to save it in a square. Again, there is some simple mistake. Let's see. ID. Yes. So the output has been printed. Clear, ma? So these are the important things you need to know about the function. So everyone is clear about the function? Any doubts as of now? Can I get some confirmation from you students? Clear up. Okay, fine. Okay, the next is about the document object model. We'll see about the very basic things and then move on. Okay, document object model. So in the as you can see in the image, how the each and every element has been placed. So these are element, right? The link is element, form is element, anchor is element, text area, checkbox, radio, select, reset, button, options. Everything is what? It's going to be a element. When this is considered as an element, this will be considered as an element in HTML, right? But once you get into the JavaScript, so you can see the programming interfaces for HTML and XML documents. It defines a logical structure of the documents and the way an object is accessed and manipulated. So element will be considered here as an what? Object. Where? So it is considered as an object in JavaScript. When it comes to JavaScript. Okay, this is the parent element. Parent element, I already told you, this is going to be in a website. This is a viewport. Okay, this is a viewport. So, before this, you can see the frames. So this frame is considered as a window. Clear? That is a small intro of this DOM. Why DOM? So why we need this first of all? So HTML is used to structure the web page. JavaScript is used to add the behavior to our web page. When an HTML file is loaded into the browser, okay, the JavaScript cannot understand the HTML document directly. So it cannot understand. In the HTML file is loaded into the browser, cannot understand the HTML document. So the corresponding documents is created as what? DOM. DOM is basically the representation of the same HTML document, but in a different format with a use of object. The JavaScript interprets a DOM easily. JavaScript cannot understand the tags like h1 in HTML document, but can understand the objects h1 in the DOM. So now JavaScript can access each objects h1, p, and etc. by using a different functions. Okay. This is actually in the tree format. Okay, tree like representation, and each branch of the tree ends in a node. Okay, everything will be end with a node, and each node contains objects. Each event listener can be added to the nodes and triggered on an occurrence of an event. So this is a method of document object. First, we can see write. To write a document dot write edunet foundation. So it will print the output like this. And get element by ID means the ID will be fetched. Example, okay, I want to print document dot get element by ID. What is the ID name? A dot style dot color. I'm giving the color to be blue. Here, let's say I'm having a text of Annamacharya College, Institute and Technology, final year students. Okay, you can see the output like this. The content will be displayed. So how this is possible? You need to add the style and then what exact property you're going to include. That will be included. Clear? So next is get element by name, elements by name. So this is very simple. Here we have two input. Okay, I have given two input. Then next is I'm trying to fetch the details. Okay, both is going to be animal only. The name is going to be. So for that, get elements by name has been used. And we need to find the length of it. So length is 2, right? So totally we have 2. And then finally, at last, the last step is nothing but here we have to print the values. What is the values? So let's say, same example we can take. Let me create some two input. Input type is equals to checkbox. Name is going to be, I'm just taking the same example now. Okay. And let me copy this. Here, this is a cat. And this is going to be dog. So as of now, what is the output? We are getting some two checkboxes. Finally, in the script element, document dot get elements by name. What is the name? Is animal. Animal is the same name we are using for the element. Okay, and then we need to find the length for this. Okay, so just we are finding the length, and I'm sorry, here let's take I'm creating a variable a related to this document Just want to print the value ID is equals to H. ID of H. Okay, is equals to what? Okay, that's all we can see. Same thing we have given. So I think there is some mistake. Okay, oh, I'm sorry. So what is the mistake? Can anyone tell me here in this code? What is the mistake have done? Anyone knows? I identified, but just for your sake, I'm just asking. No idea? So we are finding the length, right? Obviously, we need to give the value of it. Cat and the value is dog. Okay. So like this, you need to give the values here. Okay. And finally, we can see the the total values for this one. So still it is not. Let me check it. So after this example, we can have some question, the quiz kind of question. So and also I need to check how many we have notes, events, and then animation, cookie session, and advanced JS in jQuery. To cover a lot of topics. We'll try to complete it. Okay, document. Sorry, here I have done a very simple mistake. The method name is wrong. So now we can see the output. So like this, you can add multiple elements also. Let's say I'm adding the another element. Can give birds. Three. Clear? Okay. And then finally, we have something called as get elements by tag name. What is tag name? So tag name is here we are directly going to give the tag name. Here we have mentioned a name of the element name, but here directly we are going to give a that is element name itself we are going to give here. Okay. So let's see how we can work with this. Let's say let me create one element here. and create a paragraph. So this is a paragraph. So in the script element, let's say document dot get. So the element that is method name, you should make sure. Okay, elements by tag name of paragraph dot inner HTML. So here I'm just fetching the values and I'm going to change the content here. Okay, for the first tag name. Let's say for the first tag name. Um, Welcome JavaScript. Okay, like this we can do. So if suppose if you are doing like this, there will not be any change. You have to mention the collections, that is the exact index value, then it will get changed and updated. Clear, ma? So understood about the different methods document object of the document object. The final is very simple example. So this example is entirely about just to calculate the value based upon the user input. Okay, we need to calculate based upon the input user input. So how we can do this? We'll see the last example. Okay. I'm giving I want to get the input from the users, right? So let me give. Okay, I'm asking, let's say for the label, enter the value 1. Let me copy the same thing here as well and change the print. The label going to be enter a value 2. Okay, later to that, if you want, you can give just break inside this. Break. That's all, very simple. And I need one break here. And create click. I need a button to add both the values once the user is giving an input, right? So for that button, the functionality is what is the functionality? On click function name. We can provide it later. Add the values. I need to add the values. So let's move on to the to print the output. Let's give h1 id is equals to some variable name, giving f or okay g script. What is the function name? You can give what are the function name. I'm giving a add of. Add of is a function name. So here also we can add. There is you can give a function name on the on click event. So later to that, to fetch the details, how we can fetch? N is equals to number of document dot the get element id. What is the id name for the first value? First value is val1. Am I right? So val1 dot value to fetch the value 1. Const 2. Here let me change to yum. Valve 2. So we can add the value here like m plus n To display the output, I want to display the output in the this G. So document dot get elements by ID of result or G. So here I can give, I want to update the value to be add value, and later if you want to do some changes, color changes or something like that, that also we can do by ID of G. So how to add the styles and the properties? It is not only the color, students. We can give the font sizes and whatever the values you want to update, that we can do it. Let me give green. That's all. You can give 12 and 20. Click on add. What happen? I change this to second. Let me check what is error. And also we need to check methods, whether we have given the proper value. Check once again. So whether we need to make any changes here. Sorry. So this is value 2, right? We can also try it by debugging the values. Console.add. Yeah. So now it is working. Clear? It's very simple mistake we have done. Clear? That's all. So as of now, any questions or any doubts, students? Anyone? Any